Hello grade 8, we are doing the accounting equation and accounting concepts, question 2 of control test number 2. Alright, so we're required to make use of the accounting concepts and accounting equation to answer the following questions. Show workings of your calculations. Alright, now read the scenario below and answer the questions that follow. Jamie started a business, Jamie's Boutique, 2 months ago with 120,000 Rand. That is capital, and capital is also owner's equity. Okay, and borrowed a sum of money to be paid back over 2 years. We don't know what this loan is, so I'm putting a question mark there. At present, she has a vehicle that originally costed 50,000 Rand. Okay, so that 50,000 Rand vehicle will be non-current assets. Non-current assets. Okay, and equipment to the value of 30,000, which is also a non-current asset. Trading stock, which is a current asset of 33,000, and 6,000 Rand cash, which is a current asset. A number of people owe her money for goods bought on credit, the total amount being 11,000. That is debtors control, people owing you money, you sold to them on credit, and that is a current asset. Since starting a business, Jamie earned 20,000 Rand, that's income or owner's equity, and spent 15,000 Rand expenses, which is also owner's equity. She withdrew 1,000 Rand from the business for her own personal use, and that's drawings, which is also owner's equity. Now, determine the total value of Jamie Boutique's non-current assets, number 1. Okay, so non-current assets will be the 30,000 equipment and the 50,000 vehicles. So I'm going to write here vehicles plus equipment, and then I'm going to state, okay, the vehicle amount is 30 or 50,000 Rand, and the equipment amount is 30,000 Rand. So that will equal 80,000 Rand. Right, so just put the Rand sign there as well. That was number 1. Number 2, calculate the total value of the business's current assets. Okay, now where do we see current assets? Okay, current asset will be the trading stock, so I'm going to write trading stock. And the trading stock is 33,000. Plus, we've got cash there of 6,000 Rand, plus the cash, plus the 6,000 Rand, plus the debtors control, plus the debtors control, and the debtors control is 11,000 Rand, plus the 11,000 Rand. Okay, so if I add these together, 39, 40, 50,000. So that will also be equal to 50,000 Rand. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Alright, I looked, that's a current asset, the trading stock, 33,000. Debtors control we've added, and I don't see anything else here. That's part of that, so that will be the 50,000 Rand. Okay, now we go to question number 3 or 2.3 rather. Calculate the net worth owner's equity of Jamie's business. Now, the normal accounting equation states assets is equal to owner's equity plus liabilities. Okay, normal accounting equation, assets equal to owner's equity plus liabilities. Right, so we need to know what are all the assets. That's the one formula that we can use. The other formula that we could use will be there's another formula that we can use. So let's just see what we have over here. We've got income, we've got expenses, we've got drawings, Okay, and I think there's, apart from drawings, there is expenses, drawings, and we've got capital. All right, so we can work another formula. All right, so that one we would have changed, but remember we don't have the liabilities, so we're going to use the other formula rather for owner's equity, which is C plus I plus D minus E. Capital plus income plus drawings, minus drawings minus expenses. Side. Capital plus income minus drawings minus expenses. Alright, so the capital amount has been given to us. So let's take a look at the capital amount. Alright, so the capital amount there is 120,000 Rand. Okay, so I'm gonna add the capital amount there of 120,000 Rand. Okay. The income amount is 20,000 Rand over there. So I'm gonna add the 20,000 Rand there as well, plus the 20,000 Rand. Okay. Let's see the drawings. The drawings is 1,000 Rand that we're gonna minus. So, and the expenses will be 15,000 Rand. So 1,000 Rand minus 15,000 Rand. Okay, so we got 140 minus 16, and that's 124,000 Rand. So that will be the owner's equity or net worth of the business. Alright, so I'm not using that formula where I get the owner's equity in its own assets minus liabilities. I'm using this formula. Alright, so that's 124. Then calculate the total amount of the loan liability that Jamie took out. Remember, we have the assets because we worked out the current and the non-current assets. Okay, we have the owner's equity, OE. We have the owner's equity, we worked it out over here. Alright, so how do I work? The normal formula is assets is equal to owner's equity plus liabilities. We want to work out the total amount of the loan. Alright, so we're going to keep the loan on that side, and then the asset is already on this side, so we take the OE to the left hand side. If it's a plus there, it becomes a minus. So that is how I work out. Loan is actually assets minus owner's equity. Alright, so what is your assets? Let's take a look. It's 80,000 Rand. That's non-current assets plus the 50,000 Rand. So I'm going to add them here. So I'm going to say 80,000 Rand plus 50,000 Rand. Okay. And then I'm going to minus the 124,000 Rand. And then it's going to be equal to the liability. So to end it off, it will be 130,000. Those two together minus 124,000 Rand is equal to the liabilities. So therefore the liability will be 6,000 Rand. And the liability will be 6,000 Rand. Okay, now calculate the net worth, owner's equity of Jamie's business if he chose to withdraw another 2,000 Rand for personal use. So we had 24,000 Rand owner's equity. Then she decides to do something else. Alright, she decides to take out another 2,000 Rand. So what will we do now? Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we'll take the 124,000 Rand Okay, so we'll take the 124,000 Rand minus the 2,000 Rand. 124,000 we had, and now we minus 2,000 Rand and we get to 122,000 Rand. That's the net worth after she withdrew another 2,000 for personal use. Okay, how can Jamie increase the owner's equity? Alright, remember side, there's two of these things of owner's equity that increases the owner's equity. The one, increase your capital contribution, and secondly, that's the first thing, and secondly, we need to earn more income. Okay, so that was question 2 of the test that we've done.